let's get to those intros. So put your virtual hands together, hit the emojis. First up, he played Adrian in the Vampire Diaries, Micah Parker.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Micah. Thank you.
Of course. Pleasure to be here.
Okay, and next, he played Atticus Chain in Vampire Diaries. Coolest name ever for a character, Atticus Chain. Love it. His name, give your hands together, David Alpay.
Hello. Hi, everybody. What's going on?
Hi.
Internet. Hello.
Okay, and next we have from the originals, he played Lucian Castle, Andrew Lees.
G'day, guys. How you doing?
Hi. Okay, and next, hopefully, fingers crossed, he played Enzo on Vampire Diaries. Michael, if you're there, say something. Maybe. Michael Malarkey may or may not be joining us. He's experiencing
Can you hear me?
a bit of weather. There he is.
I'm here. Okay. All right.
There he is.
Whoa.
I'm speaking. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm having issues with my.
What he wants to say is he's very happy to be here. So thank you. Thanks, Michael. We also have Ivy from the originals, Shiva Kalaiselvan.
Hi,
Shiva.
I'm so happy to be here.
And we also
Okay,
have
this will be better.
Michael. Hey, how
Yeah,
you
I
doing?
think I got a better spot now. Hey, how's the internet
Hi.
here?
There you go. Much better. Out of the forest and into.
You can hear me now? You can hear
We
me
can hear
good?
you now.
All right, sorry about that. I'm here.
Okay, last but not least, I want to bring out our last guest. She played Dr. Jo from Vampire Diaries and also appeared on Legacies, Jodi Lyn O'Keefe.
Jodi.
Hello.
Hey, it's Jodi.
Everyone, we did it. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. I know that it wasn't, super easy for everyone given the weather and everything going on. So thank you so much. I just wanted to check in with everyone and see how you guys have been doing, handling everything in 2020 and generally today. Today seems like a very 2020 day. So if you want to just tell us how you're doing, we can start with Michael while we have you.
Well, I've just been trundling through the woods, so forgive my distress. It's been a bizarre one, hasn't it? I've spent a lot of time with family, and initially that was took a lot of wrestling myself into submission more than anything. But it's been incredible, and I swear we've had the most magical moments the past month. Everything's finding some kind of weird harmony. But shit, it's a confusing time. It's maybe a new normal, and it's important to surf instead of sink. Got to get used to the new vibe. But my heart goes out to everybody who's dealing with this stuff in different ways because it is rough. So love to all.
Absolutely. What about you, David? How you doing?
I'm good. Still on the West Coast, so luckily spared all the hurricane shenanigans. I know, Micah, you're in New Jersey right now. You're sort of dealing with all that stuff.
Yeah, get right out my window.
Oh my God, so scary. Is it loud? Is it raining?
It's raining, but the wind has just been really bad. So that's been the noise. But
No trees have come down, anything like that near you?
no, not yet. We lost power for a little bit last night. Just a precursor, I guess, of today. So
Yeah.
But trees are holding strong for now.
Good. That's very optimistic. I mean, it's been a bunch of months. I think the last time I saw you guys was maybe 2-3 months ago. We did a little virtual experience. I've gotten much better at cooking rice and beans. I figured out how to turn on the Instant Pot, which was, that was the breakthrough. I've been cooking a lot, actually, and really sort of connecting with myself. And I mean, it's important to have alone time. Not this much alone time, but some alone time to figure out your thoughts and what's important. Again, like Michael said, obviously everybody's dealing at a different level with this entire situation. So I just hope everybody's safe and everybody's with their loved ones if they can be. I know that's a big struggle for a lot of people, the separation and the distance, and trying to stay in touch any way they can. So one thing that I've been doing a lot with my parents is FaceTiming with them. And it's it's a struggle sometimes because they haven't quite figured out that I can see them, but I can't really see them, but they can see me. So they'll kind of put the phone between them vertically. And so I'll just watch elbows. I'll just see my mom and dad's elbows for like about an hour. And I'm just sitting there going, I can't believe we had this conversation. Just put it sideways, and then I can see both. I don't know why it's so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my struggle. Anyway, next.
Jodi, what have you been up to?
I have been cooking my face off, literally doubling the size of my face, I think, because I'm spending all my time in the kitchen. It's been fun, but at the same time, I really have to stop playing that game of let's see how much food I can eat today.
I'm killing that game.
Yeah.
Pizzas. There's this new avocado ice cream I've discovered, which has just been a really bad thing. Yeah. Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah. A lot of cooking and a lot of faith with my parents who are in Florida, and then my family who's in New Jersey. So that's the new normal. It's a lot of, like you said, elbows and top of the forehead on FaceTime. And sometimes I get my mom's shoulder, and then other times it's perfect.
I love that. I get a lot of this. Just like the eyeballs of my family.
Just the way too much head.
Or this. We're not on
we're like...
Just theme it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Parent.
I love it.
Jodi, what have you been cooking?
What have I been cooking?
Jodi.
Everything you can possibly cook. Last night, I decided that I would make tomato sauce from scratch with roasted garlic and zucchini and basically like an arrabbiata. And then I cooked spinach noodles. And my next endeavor is going to be making pasta from scratch.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's on my list of things to do too. Pasta from scratch. I have the time. Why not?
Yeah. We're all home. I have the time to do it. And then my garden's really, really growing. So I'm growing delicata squash and kale and spinach and peppers. And I have a whole supermarket outside basically right now. And so that's been really great.
It's awesome.
That's super fun.
Oh, yeah.
Is anyone else doing any cooking? Shiva, are you doing any cooking?
Oh, so much cooking. I've even gotten to, not ever that I think I was going to be this sort of a dog parent, but I'm starting to even bake my dog cookies because I
love that.
I make all her treats at home. I am that parent now, that dog parent.
So when you're a parent, you cook. You got to cook. I cook 3 meals a day.
I stopped short of just like actually cooking dog food, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Give myself another month, maybe.
That's awesome.
Well,
Sorry?
I want your recipes for the dog treats.
It's so easy. It's like 3 different items. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Andrew, do you have anything to contribute to the cooking show that this has turned into?
Oh yeah. So I've got I don't have access to a grill or a smoker or anything at the moment. So, but sorry to the vegans out there, but I've been doing a lot of barbecue pork and things like that, like big pork shoulders and things, like 24 hours in a sous vide, and then like with liquid smoke and the rub and everything, and then finishing it in the oven. It's been so good. Bit decadent for you're like, oh, quarantine's tough. Sitting there with this massive pork shoulder. Yeah. That's been good.
Delicious.
Yeah. Built myself a new kitchen table out of got some red oak that took like a week, just sanding, polishing, all that stuff. So that was a good project. And yeah, just doing a lot of like the home improvement sort of things.
You built your own dining table.
Yeah. Well, I work as a handyman when I'm not pretending for a living. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Table? Can you show us?
Oh. It's currently should I show you? Because currently it's also covered in plants that I'm trying to save.
Oh, this is quality entertainment, man. Keep it going.
It's a mess right now, but that's
do a lap around
there. That's the table under there. But it's currently I've also just started completely covering my place in plants, so it's becoming like a forest.
Yeah.
And so there was some mites that got into the cacti and succulents and stuff. So then it was very, meticulous. Sitting in the hives.
I'm so jealous. I killed all my plants. It's like they just don't like me being cold. I know. I don't, shouldn't love me more? Shouldn't I? I don't understand.
You gotta talk to them. You gotta sing to your plants. Keep them happy.
I've tried. Trust me, I've tried.
No, there's obviously into music too.
On just plant care and maintenance, because that's very important.
A friend of mine once told me this. I don't know whether I truly believe it, but they said that when plants die, because they're so in tune with you, they're actually taking away all your karma, and they're breathing it in, and that's why they die. They're trying to save you.
Wow.
I don't know whether I believe it, but I'm going to tell myself that it's true, and I just didn't kill my plants. It's just helping me.
Karma has been cleansed.
Yeah.
You got to make friends with the plants. Make friends with the trees.
I'm trying.
Especially if they're around your house and you see them every day. There's spirits there. They really are.
I'm trying.
I'm a hippie.
I just had a lot of bad karma in my house.
So I guess that means you need to kill more plants.
I don't know.
Does that work?
I need to burn sage. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's you clearing all the plants.
I know. Just buy more plants to take away my karma.
I think a lot of people have plants now because they're so lively, and it's so nice to have them around. The trick
they're all really beautiful before I kill them.
It's you want to feed them all the time because you figure they need water. But I think that's the biggest thing with houseplants is that you can overwater them, and that's usually the reason that they get in trouble.
True that.
I killed my sage with water. I don't know what that does to my karma, killing sage with water, but it sounds bad.
The intentions were good. Do
you guys want to get to some fan questions? We've covered plants and cooking. I feel like we're ready for fan questions.
Let's do it.
Get into it.
Okay, so this first question is actually from a friend of mine's daughter, and I have to ask it first while we still have Michael, because it's so cute that she thought I was cool enough to send a question. This is from Jane from Wisconsin. She wants to know, Michael, if you prefer playing good Enzo or bad Enzo?
Well, it's a bit of a gray area there, but bad's always a little more fun for me, at least. You just get to go for it. But I always felt like there's no real good or bad to characters. I'm sure you guys all agree. We've had these questions before, but it's like you got to make the bad character. You got to make it about something other than being bad. So there's a motive there to whatever anyone bad's doing. So I just considered it one big old Enzo, and he was fun to play. But yeah, being naughty was always fun.
There you go. The youths of America watching and around the world. Being naughty's fun, according to Michael.
Yeah, you heard it here.
Okay, so this question's for everyone, and we can start with the ladies first. And this is from Colleen Thomas, and she wants to know, what was your favorite part about playing your character? I don't know, Jodi, you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Well, I typically am always the bad guy, and it was really amazing for me to actually be the good guy for a little while. It was a real change. I'm always the villain or the assassin, or and it was lovely. My favorite part about playing the character beyond that was the cast. I have to say that to walk onto that set every day and everybody was so happy to be there. It's such an amazing feeling when everybody's all in like that, and they're happy to walk into set every day, and they're happy to rehearse, and the energy there was really positive and lovely for me.
I think the best part about, the originals was actually my first ever TV gig. So I think the first thing was just like what Jodi said, just the environment was amazing. I was so scared, didn't know what I was doing, never done this before. And everybody was just so nice. And to play somebody as good as Ivy, she was just so good. It was really nice to I don't know, just so pure and loving, and it was nice to really like have that be my first ever like adventure into this TV world, you know. Her costumes were great too, like seriously, like that was amazing. So yeah.
And Micah?
Yeah, I mean, similar to Shiva, I had done some, smaller projects before Vampire Diaries, but Vampire Diaries was, at that point, the biggest thing I had done. So it was very nerve-wracking, but, the opportunities that have come, because of the Vampire Diaries have just been incredible. And I'm forever grateful to the show and the creators and the cast. I mean, look, I was on the show, it's 8 years ago, I think 7, 8 years ago. And I'm still getting to hang out with all these awesome people, which is incredible. And yeah, I mean, I remember like the first day I was on set and I did this scene where I was chained to the concrete of this barn. And I remember looking into the lens of the camera and just having this moment of thinking, oh, all right, I've arrived. This is it. I'm a star now.
Was your second into a barn?
Was your second thought also, oh, hang on, I'm not meant to be looking straight down the lens there.
Yeah.
Don't look at the camera, sweetie.
Look there.
Micah, don't look at the camera, sweetie. No.
Well, there's a reflection. I see my reflection. Yeah, and I mean, it was just the beginning of what has just been a really wild ride in Hollywood. So, just forever grateful to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, David?
Me? Well, it's funny because Vampire Diaries for me was my guilty pleasure TV shows, like the show that I would watch and not tell anyone. And then I found myself on it, and it was very strange, and it was kind of like an out-of-body experience for me. But yeah, Micah's right. It's funny that this show has had an afterlife, so to speak, and so many years later, we're still able to talk about it and engage with fans about it, which is not normal. It's not the usual pattern for most of the shows and movies that we have worked on or will work on. But there's something special about the show that continues to evoke feelings in people. And that's really special. That's something that we really need to acknowledge. So that's kind of cool.
David, when I sister that I was going to be on Vampire Diaries, she said to me, "Finally, you're doing something good." It's her favorite.
There you go.
I love that. My family were like, oh, it's too violent. We tried to watch. Yeah. We're proud of you, Yeah, well, for me, it was like the originals were so good. Because it's that thing, they say a fish rots from the head down sort of thing. Like whatever the captain does kind of sets the tone for the whole set. So and having Joe as number one and setting the tone, no one works harder than him, setting that tone when you walk on set. It was such a professional environment as well as really loving and that sort of thing. It was amazing. And also for me, it was my first bad guy I got to play. And at first, they weren't sure whether it was going to be good or bad or how it was going to go. But then once I knew, oh, I'm dying in episode 20. All right, I'm bad. And getting to actually embrace that, it was so much fun. And also I think I had my birthday, my first ever scene. The one where I actually turn into the beast or whatever was that was my birthday. It was the first time I'd seen snow fall from the sky. Being Australian, we don't really have that. And my first fight scene and my birthday, and Joe was directing. It was definitely a career highlight and a life highlight.
And it's been downhill ever since. It's
2020. Why? Yeah.
Michael, what about you?
Oh, I thought I answered that already. I didn't.
Just favorite thing about your character in general.
Just enjoying listening to everybody's wonderful voice. Let's see, favorite thing. I mean, it was a massive surprise sticking around that long. As we all know, you get booked in, you don't know what the fuck's going on half the time.
And
you know, you're like, am I going to be around for an episode or two? We don't know. We'll let you know. You're cutting your hair short, you know. Anyway, no complaints for that. But yeah, fuck that shit. Anyway, excuse my French. Yeah, so I just was embraced on that squad like one of my own. I felt really loved, and I busted my ass on that show, and I feel like we all were kind of inspiring each other at a time when the show was sagging a little bit, and it was fun to be a part of that energy, you know, and I feel like we brought it home. So yeah, I'm grateful to have been let in like one of them, and escaped relatively unharmed.
Relatively, huh?
Relatively, yeah.
Okay, awesome. And we have another question from a fan. This one comes from Twitter, from @IanOnlyYou. Wants to know if you guys have any funny behind the scenes things, either about your character or just being on set in general, that you could share.
Joe almost broke my nose. That was fun.
Oh no.
We're doing a fight scene. He did a spinning elbow to my face. Like he didn't spot before he did it. And it was the very, like we'd rehearsed this massive fight scene. It was one of the later episodes was, actually, no, I think it might have even been the final one. We're smashing through walls of this house and all that stuff. We had this whole day planned. First shot of the day, spins, elbows in my face. I hear this crack. Everyone on set. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, they're like, what do you want to do? I'm like, just roll before it swells and the stuff happens. We at least get a shot. And then as soon as we set up for action, whatever, blood just went. And so they sent me to I had to go to the hospital. I was like there with the ice packs either side. But the best part was when I got my x-ray for my nose. It wasn't broken in the end. It did something with the cartilage, but didn't break. But yeah, the x-ray technicians were like, can we get a selfie? I'm like, you kidding me right now? 2 black eyes, a swollen nose, blood still dried on my face. I'm like, sure, just don't post it. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But it was good. It gave me a lot to milk with Joe for the rest of the day. He was like, just wanted to make him feel guilty, just like, oh, yeah, no, I've got a bit of a headache, man. It's no, I'm good. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It is. Anyone else have a near broken anything?
I was
that's good.
On my best behavior.
Oh, what's that? You're on your best behavior?
You know, there's a difference between being series regular and being a guest star. And guest star, it's like you're the guest in someone's house, so you're just kind of like, I'm gonna let you guys have all the jokes and all the. I'm gonna sit back here and hope that they don't kill me.
It's true.
They did anyway.
As a guest star, it's like it's in the rules.
Yeah.
What about you, ladies? Anything?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, it's been a long time. Oh, sorry, I'm not one of the ladies. I usually include myself in that bunch.
You are, Michael.
Not today, darling.
But the last day, the day I died, when we were shooting those scenes, Ivy was really sick, and I was like doing all my like method acting or whatever. But the whole time, everyone came up to me and asked me if I was okay. Everyone. And like, I guess, I don't know. I don't know whether I was like really feeling it, but some of them like even stopped doing what they were doing. They're like, are you okay? Do you need something? I'm like, no, I'm acting. I'm really okay. So I don't know. That was
I got one.
It was really nice, you know.
I thought of something
like standard time there.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. My bad.
Sorry.
No, all good. I thought of one. So this will be a good one for the fans. So
yeah.
I don't know what season it was, but Ian and I were on that blood binge with the Sybil as the siren, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody? Anyway, so there's a scene where we're feeding this entity, which turns out to be Sybil, all of these naughty people, and the naughtier the better. Anyway, she finally fulfills her bloodlust. We're walking away. We've given her a body, and she comes out. She's like naked, dripping blood, you know. And Ian and I, there's a body double to play Nat Kelly's part for this moment. We weren't aware, but we turn around as we're supposed to do, and we realize stark naked, standing there. We had no idea this was going to be happening. And Ian and I mean, can't keep our mouth shut. Anyway, we really fucking tried. Sitting there quivering, going like, "You going to say something or am I?" But a hilarious moment. Shocked.
That would be a shock. David, I don't know if you heard the question you'd asked me. It was just any behind the scenes stories that you could share. One of the fans had asked.
Yeah, totally. So this one time I was called in to be a body double for the scene where Sybil gets a blood offering. And
I thought that was a familiar jawline.
To expose all of my talents to was one of the highlights really for being on the show.
Slender gender bender.
What a great yes and moment, David. Very good.
Nice. Anyone else have any behind the scenes stories they want to throw out there? I mean, you guys can't get fired now, right? So go for it.
I used to try and scare Matt Davis on a regular basis. So I would hide in sets that were dark with the lights off and jump out and basically try to scare the crap out of him any chance I got. So that was an ongoing.
He's so scarable. That's why.
He's so scary. At one point, I waited so long that I gave up.
That's the best, like with my kids when I'm waiting for a surprise and you're literally there for half an hour. You're like, there comes a tipping point when it's really not worth it. And you're like, you're actually causing an injustice to yourself,
Exactly.
Okay, another awesome fan question here is wanting to know what you guys have been watching during your lockdowns. So this is from Stacey Hopkins, wants to know what you've been watching. And then I'm going to tie it into another question. What is the best and worst thing that you've watched? So give me your best thing you've watched during this and your worst thing.
I just got to the end of Netflix.
Over.
You watched?
You.
Yeah. So I'm in Canada at the moment.
Netflix is round, bro.
Yeah. It's like a snake eating its tail. I'm in Vancouver, so Netflix in Canada has Sons of Anarchy, so I'm watching that for time. Have you guys heard of the show? It's amazing. It's about
I've seen it.
Oh, good. That's what I'm watching right now. Just finished Mindhunter as well.
Oh, so good.
Highly recommend it.
That was really good.
Haven't watched the second season yet of that.
Second season is even better. So
yeah.
It actually gets better.
So crazy. What about you guys?
I'm actually about to watch the season finale of the show called My Brilliant Friend. It's on HBO. It's an Italian series. It's incredible. It's based on a book series. If you guys have HBO, I think it's on HBO Max now, but definitely go check it out. I've been hearing about it for the first month of quarantine, but I didn't want to work with the subtitles. It's like extra work. You got to watch the face, you got to read the titles, so I didn't watch it for a month. And then finally I just said, okay, let's do it. And you forget about the subtitles after the first episode. And it's just an incredible story, amazing writing, filmmaking. Highly, highly recommend it.
Awesome. What was it called again? My Brilliant Friend?
My Brilliant Friend.
What is it, Michael? What's it about? Give us a one sentence log line for the show.
It is about these two girls that grow up in the neighborhood that's like the slum neighborhoods of Naples. And basically they are best friends as children, both extremely smart out of this, nothing neighborhood. And the story follows them as they kind of grow apart and go different paths and but always end up kind of rejoining and catching up with one another at various points throughout their lives. But it's just, it's amazing.
So it's over a long period of time. It's like their whole life.
Yeah. It starts when they're 5-6 years old.
Oh.
And I think, season 2 is going to end with them in their early 20s. And then season 3, I think they're 30s, 40s. I'm not sure. I think it goes all the way up to when they're older. So, yeah.
Wow.
And the actors are incredible. The girls the two leads, I think this was their first projects they've ever worked on. and they're amazing. All the acting is incredible. So, yeah, check it.
I've been rewatching Breaking Bad. And what else? Like, rewatching Breaking Bad because my girlfriend hadn't seen it, so showing her, which has been awesome. It's just as good rewatching it. We watched something that wasn't good at all, which was The Man Who Killed Hitler and Bigfoot. Hitler and then Bigfoot. I thought it'd be great because I love that guy. I've forgotten his name. It's got that beautiful deep voice and stuff like that. But I thought it would be more tongue in cheek, but it took itself very, very seriously. So who was in it? Yeah, Sam Elliott, who I love. But it had a fantastic cast, but it just took itself really seriously, and maybe I wasn't in the right space for it. But I was just like,
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, a beautiful voice. But it was
He's such a lady.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, but that's the thing. I thought it would be like funny, but it
shit doesn't work sometimes, does it?
Yeah. Watched lots of I binge watched lots of things.
Yeah.
Like, Dark, obviously. It was fantastic but that was like right at the beginning of all this. What else? I can't think right now, but it's been a very diligent effort making my way through Netflix. I'm not quite, the snake hasn't quite eaten its tail yet, but I think I'm pretty close. I want to watch Down to Earth. I haven't watched that yet, the Zac Efron thing.
Yeah.
Because it's been something, like I did a travel ad a couple of years ago, and it's been something I've been dreaming of doing, and now he's gone and done it. I'm like, God damn it. But yeah, I'd love to see what he's doing. I don't know, but definitely that was the worst thing I watched, was the Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot.
Such a great premise too, and the trailer was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Took itself too serious.
What about you guys?
Oh, well, I don't want to be judged, okay? But the best thing and the worst thing that I've been watching is the same thing.
Sounds promising.
It's 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
I actually have been watching a few episodes of that as well.
It's I can't stop. I tell myself every day, don't do this to yourself. And then I go on to another one and another one. And now they have 5 different versions of 90 Day Fiance. And I'm on that one too.
Don't they have the one also where they come back and see whether they worked out?
Right, Happily Ever After. Yes, I know. I watched that too. It's crazy.
What was that show that came out earlier on? Like, with all the pretty idiots on an island.
Pretty idiots on an island.
Oh,
there was one. It was like they were all like basically Tinder and things like that. And
Love Island.
Love Island, yeah. Had to have sex and yeah.
I read about such things.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to move away. I'm just like, if this is what's gonna get me, it's just 90 Day Fiance. I can't do anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what 90 Day Fiance is. It hasn't up on my.
Oh, you will, buddy.
I'm gonna have to look.
Get on that show.
It's about Americans who fall in love with foreigners, and they bring them over here on what is called a K-1 visa, where it's like a fiance visa. And once they bring them over, they have 90 days to marry them. Now, that's fine. That's normal. Obviously, this show is not going to find the normal one. They're going to find the people that are like, we met one day and now we're in love and we have to get married and they're the love of my life. And you're like, no.
None of those people are normal. None of them.
Those people are normal.
That's what I want to know. I want to know the guy who's at the immigration office who decided that, well, if you meet a foreigner and bring them in and want to marry them, we should call that a K-1. But what does the K stand for?
I don't know. I mean, all the visas are like, all the visas are letters. You know what I mean? Like when I first got here, I was a student, so I was an F1 visa. I don't know. I think it's just
extraordinary alien.
Yeah, I was an O1.
The TV one, right? Yeah. So K1 is just the spouse. Like there's a fiance visa, there's a spousal visa, there's blah blah blah. So this is the 90 days that you have to marry them.
I just looked it up. It's Definitely, like I can see what you're saying, the best and the worst.
I love that. It's like it's both. It's both. It's so good, it's so bad. Like eating a whole cake by yourself.
It's so bad and so good because you're like, what is happening? What? And you can't look away. You just can't.
Why is eating a whole cake by yourself bad, Andrew?
Toilet afterwards, probably.
Because of what I had for breakfast? Like, what are you?
No. Diabetes is great. You know, you don't need both feet, as much to people's chagrin. You know, you don't actually need both feet. You can lose one. It's fine.
You
just have one beatie.
You know, keto isn't for everyone. Okay.
Jodi, what have you been watching?
Who? Me?
Jodi.
Oh, Jodi.
Not you.
Me.
Yeah.
Me. I've been watching single Apple TV television show, the morning show, Servant. I too have finished all of Netflix. And the next show I'm about to start watching is Dead to Me.
Oh, yes, I heard good things about that one.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Best work Christine Applegate has done. Like, she's fantastic in it.
Yeah.
Morning show is good.
So I've been watching every movie I can find that has a shark in it, and then that segued into me watching all 3 versions of Piranha. I'm going to say that my favorite one is.
We lost you for what your favorite one was.
Huh?
But when you said your favorite one, it cut out just for a second.
Oh, no. I've been watching every shark movie I can get my hands on, and then that turned into me watching every version of Piranha that was ever made. And my favorite one is the one with...
Okay, Michael, do you want to give us your favorite binge? I know we're kind of getting close on time. I want to hear all of them.
I haven't watched anything. I'm serious since this thing. Last thing I watched was in February in the tour van, driving across Europe. I'm watching my kids grow up. I got 2 young kids. I'm just outdoors. I'm fixing things. I'm seeing them grow, and I'm really enjoying not having to worry about stuff. I mean, I'm spending money and not earning any, which is shit, obviously. But you gotta roll with it, like I said. And I'm just enjoying this time, which is a blessing in a certain way. And y'all need to have some kids. I'm telling you, man, you're watching them on Netflix. Have some fucking kids.
Yeah, I'm watching She-Ra because I have kids, so doing both.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I watch a little bit of whatever he's watching. I try to find cool like foreign cartoons, things that aren't just inane Paw Patrol bullshit. Because God, the noise of that just sends me. I got to go for a bike ride when that's on. Anyway, kids are awesome, and I'm counting my blessings about that.
Maybe your kids should watch 90
Day Virgin. Yeah. 90 Day Virgin. No, 90 Day. What is it?
Beyonce.
Yeah.
You could learn a lot of what not to do. You can learn a lot of what not to do.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell him everything, man. Slap him upside his head. You do not talk to a woman that way.
Well said. On that note, so I just want to know, fans want to know what you have upcoming. I know that there's a lot of question marks with the industry right now, but what are you working on? Even if it's a recipe, we can just do kind of like a rapid fire around the table. We can start with Micah. What are you working on? What's coming up next for you?
Yeah, huge question mark there. Currently have a show out on Hulu called Delivered. It's part of Into the Dark anthology series, so you can go check that out. And then I've been working on a pilot and a series Bible with a writing partner for a few months, and then have just started another one. So trying to continue to create, so there's stuff in the back pocket if and when things do go back to normal or some form of normal. So Delivered, check it out. It's scary though, so
hell yeah.
Don't watch it with
Love scary.
It's on Hulu.
Love scary.
Nice. And David, what are you working on?
Actually, I'm working on absolutely nothing, and I'm totally okay with that. When there wasn't a pandemic, whenever I had time off, I was like completely applying myself to getting that next job and never really made use of those pockets of time that I had.
Oh yeah.
In a way that allowed me to sort of calm down and relax. And ever since this started, I thought to myself, well, this is great. This is like a discrete amount of time, whatever that amount of time is, where I know that I can focus on relaxing, doing meditation, doing those things that I need to do to calm this down. I'm going to take it. I'm going to use it. And I'm not going to be in my head about, well, when's the next job coming? Where am I going to find that work? What city am I going to have to live in? Like, none of those thoughts matter right now. And I'm using this to sort of make up for that lost time. That's what
the way, brother.
That's the thing with us as well. With actors, like the only time that we really can take that break is if we know we've booked a job coming up. And then we know it's coming. We're not stressing about that. And then we can, because people think, oh, well, you're unemployed most of the time. Can't you do this all the time? You're like, no, because we're constantly stressing about what's the next one. We only get that break usually when we have a job booked that we're going to.
Yeah.
Then you give up a lot of opportunities to spend time with family and friends and go on holidays with them because you need to be in LA. You need to be, applying. Most people don't really get that. So this is it. This is the moment where you don't have to do that because there's nothing. So it's kind of great.
Yeah. I'll just jump in there because that's a similar vibe I'd like to segue with. Cause I feel the same. I mentioned about the kids and stuff. But also I in this industry, you do spend a lot of time racing around, trying to be a good dog, be where you're supposed to be, et cetera, et cetera. And, I just got fed up with that. I think during this time, something snapped and I was like, I'm just going to do exactly what I want to do. I'm going to be where I want to be. I'm going to set up shop. And, you know what? I think feeling that kind of empowerment means that nothing can touch you, and I think it's important to own your life and where you're at. And I think this whole time for me has been a lot to do with that and not thinking about work, like you said, David, and enjoying the power that comes from that. But I still have written a lot of music, and when I'm not with the kids, that's where I go to, I write, and it's not much time to do that, but I have enough for another record. I just don't have time to record it. So, and Project Blue Book, my show that I've been working on in Vancouver, seasons 1 and 2 of that are available on Peacock, which is the new streaming service for NBC, I guess, or I can't remember. Yeah. I just work here. But anyway, it's a great series. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm one of the main guys, and season 2 is pretty rocking. So make sure to check that out, fans out there, if you haven't yet. Thank you.
What about you, Andrew?
I'm writing a film with a buddy in Melbourne, so we have weekly, a couple of meetings a week. It's we're working out the story right now. It's this whole idea that you can interrupt the death experience and capture the soul sort of in this purgatory type thing and use them as power, as wireless sort of, clean energy sort of thing. There's a bit of satire and a bit of a lot of irony and stuff, and just, but trying to work out exactly, because my friend Dave had that idea, but it's trying to work out what story to build around it and what's the most dramatic sort of thing. But it's been really good actually just getting my mind into that and realizing how much I know that how much you've forgotten that that sort of thing. But just also having something creative to put your energy into has been really good. And it's good for us to spend time, which is awesome.
Sit around in your pants.
Or no pants.
Yeah. No pants. No pants for that.
Please.
And speaking of no pants, in our pre-meeting, Jodi said she was just bottomless. So, Jodi, what are you working on besides finding pants?
To us. Stop it.
I've been really happy to be off the hamster wheel. I'm sure everyone can agree with this one of just trying to find the next job.
Yeah.
It's been really empowering for me. And honestly, I've been able to devote all of my time to a company that I'm a co-founder of. It's called Heretic Parfum, and we make 100% naturally derived fragrance. And it's been spectacular because I get up every morning and I go into my office and I'm doing everything from customer service to packing out orders. And I'm so hands-on at this point. It's the most wonderful time for me because I really am involved. And I don't have to rush off and go take another job. I don't have to worry about taking time away. I'm just completely and utterly devoted to it right now. And it's been a little miracle for me.
You said fragrance?
Mm-hmm.
You do men's stuff too?
Do I do what?
Men's stuff too? Or is it just ladies' fragrance?
We don't do men's or women's. It's all unisex, everything.
Oh,
it's cool. Genderless.
Right on.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
how do I find out about it? What's it called? I want to find out about it. Yeah, send me a care package. Please do.
I'm going to send a care package, and then you can take the trip and smell everything. I'll send you a sample size of everything that we make, and
Wicked.
Hopefully you'll find one you. Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
You can find us
nice
on
around
Instagram.
my children, just make sure they know who's boss.
And to be create chemicals while you're doing it.
Now, do I have to smell as bad as Michael Malarkey to get a care package?
Now you got to find us one.
It's like roast chicken.
Like a man should smell.
I'm going to send everyone on this Zoom call a care package. What do you think of that?
Yay! Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. So I need afterwards. I need from everyone.
Got it.
I think the only person we didn't hear from was from you, Shiva.
Oh, yeah. I just with everyone just enjoying kind of being a homebody. There was a movie I did about 2 years ago. It just came out. So it doesn't feel like I was working on anything. It's just out now. It's a movie with Lucy Hale. It's called A Nice Girl Like You. And it's on all the video on demand thing like Apple TV and stuff like that. It came out about 3 weeks ago. It's a really cute rom-com. But like I said, I did that 2 years ago, so I don't really feel like I was in it, or at least not now. But yeah, just enjoying kind of life right now. I mean, sometimes it's not enjoyable. Sometimes you're like, what is happening? So that also exists, and it's okay. And then just, I got my dog right before all of this happened. So honestly, it's just spending a lot of time with her. I know she's not a child, but she's all I have right now.
Can you bring her in right now?
Yeah, absolutely. She's gonna hate me because she's sleeping.
My dogs have been snoring through this entire chat. I don't know if you can hear that, but my bulldogs, it's like a symphony of snores right now.
That's great.
Nice bulldogs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Guys, say hello to Ivy.
What up?
Oh, Ivy. Yay.
Waking up.
She's so tired. Like, what are you doing?
So sleepy.
Oh, she's good. Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
it's so nice
she got
to
her name
see.
from the originals. So thank the originals for that.
That's so cute.
Okay, she's really mad at me right now.
Yeah, she's like, put me down. I'm going to bed. Before we wrap up, does anyone else want to grab their pets while I read some things for the fans? Go ahead. I just wanted to thank all the fans for tuning in. I know that there's a lot of things you could do on the internet, and Poppy. We're so happy that you spent your day with us. And don't forget, you can also still purchase the paid exclusive experiences and the one-on-one video chats, the custom recorded messages and autographs from these awesome folks by heading to wizardworldvirtual.com. Oh, look at that, Andrew. Very cute.
Can you see the originals button there?
Koala bear.
I love it. And as we get ready to say goodbye, I want all the fans to start hitting your emojis and your likes and whatever else, putting elbows in there if you're older, like David's parents. And we just want to say thank you to the cast for coming on. It was thank you, David. It was great to talk to you guys. It was really nice to check in, especially like you said, during the slowdown moment. It kind of makes these experiences more possible. So looking on the bright side of things, we're really happy that we got to spend this afternoon with you guys. So we're going to say goodbye to everyone, and I'm going to say your names again. You guys can click your videos off. Say thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. So fans, give it up. We're going to clap one more time for Micah and David and Andrew and Shiva and Jodi and Michael. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay positive.
Hi, this is Aaron Ashmore, and you are watching Fandom Spotlight. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe like now. Oh, and have fun and follow your fandom.